How do guys, it's Luke at Luke's Affordable Paint Service coming at you with another how to paint series video. What this is going to be, it's going to be how to paint black armour quickly, alright? Like I've done the white one, I'm going to do the black one. The colours that people get stuck with and they end up layer painting and make, even when they're trying to do table ready miniatures, alright? So what I'm going to show you is how to paint them quickly so you can have a nice tabletop standard army without stressing yourself to bits. Alright, so we'll get cracked on. See you in a bit. Right, so when you're painting black, it's just very simple, it's just dry brushing. Okay, so the colours I like to use is Necromancer Cloak. Now that's a very dark grey from Army Paint. It's almost black. I mean, if you see it on the cloth there, it's very dark. Alright, now you go for very light dry brushes. And what I mean by a very light dry brush is you get most of the paint off, so it hardly comes off on your hand. Alright, and then literally just dry brush this all over the model. You'll hardly tell with this grey, but it's just lifted a little bit. Alright, now it'll look like a very dark grey miniature at this point. So what we do then is we get field grey, which has got quite a greeny tinge to it. And what this colour does is it does like almost the final highlight of the armour. Just get it off and we'll do a light dry brush of this. And then all you do then is you get a black wash, which I like to use Dark Tone from Army Painter. And what you do is you just bath that all over the miniature, quite thickly, alright? Because obviously you want to dull this down as much as you can. You can even repeat this process if you wish. And it just gives a nice rolling of colour. It's like glazing. Alright. So once this is dry, I'll show you the end product. And then I'll paint it off, paint it all up, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'll catch you in a sec. Right guys, so once that black wash is dry, what I do now is I just get a bone, okay, colour. And this is a very, very delicate dry brush, alright? And then you don't want to be able to see it on your hand. And literally we'll just do this in selective areas. If you get a bit heavy, just make sure you try and get it off. Sort that out in a sec. But literally all you're trying to do is catch the highlights, alright, with this. Like the top of his armour parts, his helmet and everything else. Right, so then once it looks a little bit like that, what we do then is where I've gone a bit heavy, I'll just put a bit of black paint on there. So we'll do that now, just so you can see me doing that. If I can find my black paint, yep, just a little bit on a small brush. Just literally what you want to do is just feather this out a little bit. Just hide where the heavy bits of the dry brush have gone. Don't worry, this black will blend back in to the model as it dries. And same on the other side. constantly moving this paint around as it's drying. Okay, you only want it to be thin just to cover up them things and mistakes. Okay. Now once that black's dry on there, what we do then is we get another wash and we'll just paint it all over again, and then you'll be left with a nice black armour. So I'll just get the wash out and I'll do that in a second. Right, so get your black wash again and just repeat the process. And it just takes that edge highlighting down that we've done with that final dry brush, plus it just darkens up the grey as well. Okay, so very simple, and especially if you're painting a lot of black miniatures, it just gets all the base work done, and then all you've got to do is come in then and paint all the details, which on Space Marines there's not that many anyway, and that gives you a nice black finish. Alright, so I'll let this dry and then I'll show you it at the end finished. Catch you in a bit. Right guys, so that's how you paint black, black armour anyway. So as you can see, all that highlighting and everything that I've done, it really pays off, and it's just a dry brush and a wash at the end of the day. I've put on a bit of colour just to add a bit of contrast so you can see it a little bit better. I mean, the white's not been done perfectly, but I've just done it quickly just so you can see it to a finish as well. Not a finish, but nearly a finish. But as you can see, it works. Alright guys, so if you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe. If you would like some more of these style quick tutorials, just let me know in the comments below. Alright, if you want to hang out, if you want to ask some questions to me personally, you can always ask on Luke's APS Hangouts and Discussions. If you want to donate, there's a donation link below as well, just to my PayPal. Every little helps, because I mean, I went out and bought a box of Space Marines for this video. So yeah, thanks a lot guys, and I'll catch you again for the next one, which is yellow I believe. Yeah, see you in a bit.